A melting pot. Right? It's called a melting pot. It gathers to all nations.
And he took himself unto all people.
Unto all nations.
Unto all people,
Yeah, and that's what he's done. That's how his society, if you go back and look at the so-called Edomites kingdoms, he's always had other people there. It's not like, see like the Chinese, you go to China, it's mainly Chinese people there. They have those sprinkle of people. Go to Russia, mainly Russians. Go to India, mainly India. But you see where the Edomite is, he's got a lot of different nations. That's what they call it, a melting pot, because he has to have them, because his kingdom will be dry if it was just him. Can you imagine just Caucasians playing basketball or just playing football? It would be dry. Any sport they do, they've got no flavour. They're not the salt of the earth. We are the salt. You understand? They need enhancements. That's why they got all these drugs. What's that drug? Steroids. Yeah, that's what they need, steroids to enhance, because they're not a naturally gifted people. You understand? They're like leeches. Yeah, performance enhancing shit they do. They're leeches. They need to leech off of other people.
If that was the case where every nation was isolated with their own, we would stand out like a thumb that we're the top nation, because it'd be clear with the acts that we're doing. Eventually we'll go back to seeking our power. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So, you know.
Crack on.
Habakkuk chapter, what is it? 3 verse 6. Shall not all these take up a parable against him, and they taunted the proverb against him and say, woe to him that increases that which is not his.
Right.
How long? And to him that ladeth himself with thick clay.
Right, so it says here, so not all these take up a parable against him. And who's doing that now? North Korea, Libya, not Libya, what's that country there? Afghanistan took up a proverb, kicked him out. Now he's left Afghanistan, yeah? Who else has done it? A lot of these Middle Eastern countries are taking up these proverbs against the king of Babylon. Right? The king of Babylon is America mainly. That's the head. But you got Britain. You got what we was talking about, the splintering of the European Union. Yeah, NATO. Yeah. Now all these countries are taking up a proverb. Now they've got the nuclear bomb. Now they've got missiles, hypersonic missiles. Yeah, and they're going to use them to blow them up. Yeah. So it says, shall not all these take up a parable against him, and a taunting proverb against him. Woe to him that increaseth that which is not his. What's not his? This whole earth is not his. He's taken the earth, but, well, the Lord has given it to him. But he actually thinks this earth was made for him to destroy it. Because that's what he's doing. He's in control of the earth. Well, what is he doing? He's just destroying the earth, man. And the Bible says what? Woe to them that destroy the earth. So read on. And it says here, how long with him that laid himself in thick clay. Let's see about that thick clay. Let's see what it says about that thick clay. Quickly.
The name of it is called
Let's get it. Alright, Badger, let's see.
Page 5671. Avtit.
Right, it says, laying himself in thick clay. It says, weight of pledges, heavy debts. Wow, yeah?
And the pledge is like, oh man, the pledge is like promising someone that you'll either like pay them back due reward or the services that they've given out to you, which you've done at that length, you know what I'm saying? That's what pledges is. That's what that name Badger comes from. So you know, anyone that's called Badger, you can think about, you know,
the pledge, yeah?
That name.
And it says flick clay, yeah? Thick clay, thick clay is heavy debt. And it's not the society run on debt. What's that thing they got? The national debt, innit? National debt clock. Yeah. Right? And they're indebted to who? The banking families, the Rothschilds, the DuPonts, the Gettys, and it's their own people that they're indebted to. You understand?
And they've drawn everybody in it by putting central banks in all of their countries. So technically, everyone's in debt now because they've put a central bank in all of the countries. Every country that has a central bank is linked to that national debt.
Right, and that's why they want to get into Syria and Iran and put a bank in there. I think Cuba. I think these countries that don't have that central bank, but they've been trying to get in there, but they're running late now. You understand? So continue.
Shall they not rise up suddenly that shall bite thee,
right?
And a way that shall vex thee and thou shalt be for booties unto them.
Right, so now they're gonna be the booty, yeah? And the booty is something you take after you conquer a nation. You take all their goods, yeah? Read on.
Because thou hast spoiled many nations,
Right.
all the remnant of the people shall spoil thee.
Right, so quickly jump to Jeremiah 30 and 16. Because it says that all the nations shall spoil them, right?
It's the book of Jeremiah chapter 30 verse 16. Therefore all they that devour thee shall be devoured,
Right.
and all thine adversaries, every one of them, shall go into captivity.
Right.
They that spoil thee shall be a spoil,
That's the point. They
and
spoiled
all
many
that prey
countries.
upon thee will I give thee for a prey.
Right, and when you say finish off.
For I will restore health unto thee.
Right, but the point is spoil. All that spoil thee shall be given for a spoil. So they're going to be given for a spoil.
Yeah, all they that devour thee shall be devoured.
Devoured, but the spoiled bit, and it says what?
Yeah, and
All that spoil thee, I give for a spoil.
and all thine adversaries, every one of them shall go into captivity.
Yeah.
They that spoil thee shall be a spoil.
Right, and it says here, because thou hast spoiled many nations, but mainly he didn't care that they went and spoiled all these other nations, but when they spoiled us, these chosen people, that's why they're going to be given for a spoil. Like they led us into slavery, they're going to go into slavery. Their kids, they took our kids into slavery, sold them, they're going to be sold. They bashed our kids against the stone. Psalms 147 and 7 says their kids are going to be dashed against the stone. They fed our children to alligators. We're going to make champions out of alligators and bears. Yeah? This is what it's about. The tables are going to be turned. Right?
And then it says, we'll do unto them double. It says here, Habakkuk chapter 3, so go back.
No, Habakkuk chapter 2 and 8.
2 verse 8. Because thou hast spoiled many nations, all the remnant of the people shall spoil thee, because of men's blood and for the violence of the land, of the city, and of all that dwell therein.
Right, because it says because of man's blood. Get me Genesis 9 and 6. Because of man's blood. Yeah?
The book of Genesis chapter 9. Chapter 9 verse 6. It says here, whoso sheddeth man's blood, by man's blood shall his blood be shed.
Read that again.
Whoso sheddeth man's blood, by man shall his blood be shed.
Right, because what was that? What was you going to find that? Because of it said there in Habakkuk, all nations of all nations, it says there, because of man's blood and the violence of the land and the cities, for all that they dwell therein, because it said because of man's blood. It said he that sheddeth man's blood, by man shall his blood be shed. That's an eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth. Now keep reading.
It says here, woe unto him that covereth an evil covetousness to his house, that he may set his nest on high, that he may be delivered from the power of evil.
Right, so it says here, woe to him that coveteth. Read that part again.
It says here, Habakkuk chapter 2 verse 8. Verse 9. Woe to him that covereth an evil covetousness to his house, that he may set his nest on high,
Right.
that he may be delivered from the power of evil.
Right, because woe to him that covetous. Read that, sorry.
Listen, woe to him that covereth an evil covetousness to his house. That's like it. Woe to him that coveteth an evil covetousness to his house, that he may set his nest on high.
Right, so covetous. Get me 1 Corinthians 6 and 9. Now, woe to him that covetous, evil covetousness, yeah? We know about him setting his nest on high. He went tried to go to the moon. Elon Musk, Richard Branson, and yeah, he went up and recently. I'm talking about the actual men, Jeff Bezos, the ones what are behind it, all this space technology. They tried to, we know about that. They went up in the stars. They're trying to get out of Dodge, as they say, because they know what's coming. You got these under peons like I mentioned, Kanye West's ex-wife, Mrs. Fake Bottom. She's building a bunker, yeah, because they know the Lord is coming. They know, but our people and these other peons walking around don't know nothing. You understand? So read on.
1 Corinthians
1 Corinthians 6 and 9.
verse 9. Know ye not that the unrighteous shall not inherit the kingdom of God?
Right.
Be not deceived, neither fornicators,
Right.
nor idolaters, nor adulterers,
Right.
nor effeminate, nor abusers of themselves with mankind, nor thieves, nor sin, nor covetous.
Right, that's the point. No covetous. So that comes into the umbrella of they're not going to inherit the kingdom of heaven, being covetous. Covetous means to having a strong desire. But a strong desire for what? You can have a strong desire to prophesy. That's a righteous thing. A strong desire to serve the Lord. That's a righteous thing. But what is his strong desire? Right? His strong desire is for violence, for blood, to set his nest on high. His strong desire to control people's souls. He's got their minds, but now he wants their souls. My man's talking about what's that transcending, linking up people's minds with computers. You understand? All these things is a desire for evil. Yeah. So read on.
It says here, nor effeminate with abusers of themselves with mankind.
I just wanted to cover to say that. So drunk.
Nor thieves, nor covetous, nor drunkards, nor revelers.
Oh, drunkards. See that wine? Yeah? That drunkard could be twofold, right? Because it tells you that
Woe unto him that will wake up unto strong drink.
yeah, because it makes you a fool. It tells you that even thing. It tells you when you drink, who was it? Noah. He got drunk in his tent. You understand? Yeah, I wish I drank a lot, but I didn't get drunk. But he tells you that don't, because what did he say? Wine is a mocker. Right? Why make you foolish? But you'll end up in your own vomit and whatnot. You understand? Laying in your own vomit. So that's why it says moderately, drink moderately. But he's talking about wine, getting drunk off of this man's philosophies. We went into it earlier. You know, homosexuality, eating food that ain't cooked, steak. You know, because our people actually eat steak. You know, they would go out with the crackers and they say, "Yeah, I'll have steak. I'll have mine with blood in it." And they say, "Yeah, I'll try it." Being a damn fool. You weren't raised that way. It's not in your spirit to eat food with the blood in it, man. But you do it because you trim your ways to seek love from this demon. You understand? That's why. What did you open up with? When in Rome, what? Do as the Romans do. And that's what they do. That's what they do. No, you don't do that. You do what the Lord says. When in Rome, do what the Lord says. Because there's a way what seemeth right, but it's the ways of death. You understand?
So when in Rome, you maintain your integrity.
Yeah.
It says here, nor thieves, nor covetous, nor drunkards, nor revelers, nor extortioners shall inherit the kingdom of God.
Right, and all them sound like who? The Edomites. All them what he's saying, Edomites come under all the umbrella of all that wickedness, right? That's why they don't believe in the Most High, because he never gave them to believe in him. They're not supposed to believe in him. You know who's supposed to believe in it? The blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. This book, the Bible, is your constitution, man. And that's why he's calling you back now before he starts to smack this bitch around. You understand? He's going to get smacked around like the punk bitch he is, man. You know what I mean? He's only without his weapons, he's going to be that little, all these little China man, I'm going to smack you around. All these nations going to smack him about. He tells you, it is going to be as a chase road. It. He don't even say like a man, he says it. His comparison is about it. Like I said, I asked the man, what other creature eats his food uncooked, raw? He said an animal. So the Mosai, he's putting the Edomites below the animals. The animals know their order, but Esau is out of order, man. You understand? So we know. Yeah, jump back, Habakkuk. Habakkuk 2 and 9, and then read it. Just go through that. And then it goes jump to 10. So,
Book of Habakkuk chapter 2 verse 9.
Read on.
Book of Habakkuk chapter 2 verse 9. It says here. Verse 10. Thou hast consulted shame to thy house by cutting off many people, and have sinned against thy soul. For the stone shall cry out of the wall, and the beam out of the timber shall answer it. Woe to him that buildeth a town with blood and establisheth a city by iniquity.
Right, it says, woe to him that buildeth a town with blood. Yeah? Get the Numbers 35:33. It says, woe to him that buildeth a town with blood. Right?
Numbers chapter 33.
35.
Verse 35, verse 33. It says here, so ye shall not pollute the land wherein ye are,
Right.
for blood will defileth the land,
Right.
and the land cannot be cleansed of the blood that is shed therein by the blood of him that shed it.
So read that other one again. Have a book and read that.
It says here,
The blood part. Yeah. And then read that.
it says Habakkuk chapter 3, 2 verse 12. Woe to him that buildeth a town with blood and establisheth a city by iniquity.
Right, so read that again. So it says, establish a town by iniquities, by sin, blood, iniquities. They don't, it's not good to bathe yourselves in blood and sin. I mean, that Esau, he doesn't know anything else. He was created to be that bloody sinner. Bloody sinner. You know what I mean? Go read that.
It says here, Numbers chapter 35 verse 36.
Yeah. You shall not.
Verse 33. So you shall not pollute the land wherein ye are, for blood defileth the land, and the land cannot be cleansed of the blood that is shed therein,
Right.
but by the blood of him that shed it.
Eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth. We state all that. So this is all what's coming. What that universal karma is a universal philosophy. What goes around comes around. You can't put people in slavery 400 to 500 years, build your society, then actually still persecute them. It tells you if they were restored the pledge, you know, then the Lord might have had mercy on them. And it says also that he will bless them that bless us and curse them what curse us. Now the curses are going on them. And they're wondering why is our society falling apart? The society's falling apart because you cursed us, you didn't bless us. You put us in slavery 400 to 500 years and built your society and called us niggers, monkeys, baboons, coons, spits, bow and arrows. These are all bywords you gave God's chosen. So you might as well said to God, you're a baboon, you're a coon, you're a spit, you're a monkey, all these bywords, because saying it to us, you're saying it to God. We are his fervent lover. We are his woman. So you're fucked up basically. That's what I'm saying. You're fucked up. Yeah? Big time. Not small time, big time. Yeah? Now read on.
A quick piece Isaiah chapter 33 verse 1. Woe to thee that spoilest, and that thou was not spoiled.
Right, because you haven't been spoiled. Not yet, anyway. Not yet. You're on your way to being spoiled. You spoiled us, and read that, he that spoiled us, you'll be spoiled. You haven't been spoiled, but you're going to be spoiled very soon. Right, read on.
It says here, and dealest treacherously,
Right.
and they dealt not treacherously with thee.
Right, and he dealt treacherously. How was that? By feeding our babies to alligators. Alligator bait, treacherously. Cutting the babies out of our women's babies, treacherously. Having a so-called Negro slave blindfolded and having sex with his mother and his sister to breed more slaves, treacherously. All this is what you've done. And you've got to, now the payment, you have to pay up, cough. You want to cough up now. Get your wallet out, as they say. Yeah? Yeah. Vomit. It tells you it's going to vomit it up. You know what I mean? It tells you to vomit that shit up. Vomit up all the riches. Everything. You have to vomit up now. I mean that.
When thou shalt cease to spoil, thou shalt be spoiled.
Right, so you cease to be spoiled. No one has spoiled you yet. But the Chinese, man, their little slanty eyes, the incest babies want to spoil you so bad. The Japanese, they're not playing like they're going to go with you. But you wait until they see you fall, bro. They haven't forgot about Hiroshima and Nagasaki, man. When you drop their bombs on them, right?
So they have an anniversary for it every year.
Yeah.
But they don't put it on the Western media. They never show
Yeah,
it
because what it is, they haven't forgot about that. But now they're trying to say, oh, we're going against China and all that. But once they see you drop that sword, bruv, they're going to be on you like flies on doo-doo, man. Trust me. I mean,
It says here, thou thou shalt cease to spoil. Thou shalt be spoiled. When thou shalt make an end, thou shalt do treacherously.
Right, so that's your thing. It tells you, karma. You're going to be dealt treacherously. We're going to do the same way. We're going to do that homosexual stuff he done to us. What we're going to do, we're going to find, the Lord says we're going to meditate terrors. We're going to find new ways to terrify you.
Meditate terrors.
Right? We're going to find new ways.
See how they meditate, technically they meditate terrors.
Yeah, but
the only difference with us is that we're going to be doing it righteously and we're going to give them double. Okay, because Jake has that, what's the word, innovative mind.
Yeah.
So we don't have to do the same
we're going
thing
to get from the Lord. The Lord has got a super. Look what he created. Look what he created us.
Not even just a tree. Look at the tree.
Yeah, I know. Look at that.
So,
yeah, man.
When it says meditate terrors, we're literally going to be sleeping, dreaming about it.
Tells you, yeah. Meditate.
That's going to be a wonderful dream as well.
Go on, read on.
Says here.
Now go back to Habakkuk. Oh, is that finished? Any more on that?
It says, "O Yahweh, be gracious unto us. We have waited for thee. Be thou their arm every morning. Our salvation also in a time of trouble."
Right, so we're waiting for that salvific. This is what salvation is about. It's only for the Israelites. The white man don't need salvation. He's in his rulership. He's depressing everybody. He's the one who's up in people's land stealing their shit. He's the thief. John 10 and 10. Steal, can't get enough, goes out on a full belly, goes hunting on a full belly. He's that man. Right, so read on.
Habakkuk chapter
13.
Habakkuk chapter 2 verse 13. Behold, it is not of Yahweh of hosts that the people shall labor in the very fire,
Yeah.
and the people shall weary themselves with the very vanity.
Right.
For the earth shall be filled with the knowledge of the glory of Yahweh,
Right.
as the waters cover the sea.
Right, so the earth is beginning to be filled now. You understand? The earth is beginning to be filled with the glory. Why is that? Because you've got the servants out in the streets prophesying, showing our people and telling the heathens that they're going to go into slavery. Women holding hands and all that madness, all that's going to be cut off because she was made to bring forth seed, not carpet munching. This is what we got in our society, like women holding hands in this world. You know what I mean? Munching carpets. You know what I mean? She's supposed to be taking rod and bringing forth a baby. Yeah? But because of the Edomites are in power, madness. This is what you expect when you've got people who eat. I keep going back to it. Animals eat raw meat. So we've got animals ruling over us. That's what God said. He's going to put an animalistic man over us. Yeah? So, read on.
She gave me the finger.
Yeah, because she knows it's true. And she put that same finger in her pussy earlier, innit? So go on. You can hold my cock anytime. You remember it down your mad. Go on. Getting a bit, you know what I mean? Like, go on, son, read it. Well done to him, that goodness is gone.
It says here, for the earth shall be filled with the knowledge of the glory of Yahweh, as the waters cover the sea.
Right, so it's going to glory with the Yahweh, Yahweh Shai, Yahweh Shem, Yahweh Shai. Yeah? It's filling it up now. That's why you can see the coronavirus is here. We've got Marburg. We've got other diseases, the same as Egypt. Like I told the other chap, this is modern day Egypt. America's got the Washington Monument. We got Cleopatra's Needle down on the Thames, all the way from Heliopolis, Egypt. Yeah?
You can see that mountain.
Right, so we're in the so-called Egyptian. It tells you that in Revelation, the 18th chapter, Babylon, Egypt, what else do you call it? Sodom, Babylon, and Egypt. Sodom, because of their homosexuality, the Lord destroyed 5 cities. Zebui, Sodom, Gomorrah, Zebui, Atmar, Zohar. Yeah. Egypt because of the slavery, we're in slavery, modern day Egypt, and Babylon because of confusion. You just saw 2 women walking past, holding hands, confusion, carpet munching, confusion. Yeah?
Woe unto him that giveth his neighbor drink, that putteth thy bottle to him, and maketh him drunken also, that thou mayest look on their nakedness.
Right, it says, woe to him that giveth his So we spoke about that.
That's like with the gang situation as well. So they already know that the top elites know that the curse on our people specifically is that our people hate one another. That's one of the curses. okay, their eyes shall be given to one another. So what do? They set up these, they set up our nation, okay, with a system for our people to not progress. So because they do not progress, they cannot make a certain, or breach a certain way of life. So they have to go into crime in order to make that lifestyle or try and live out. So then they put the bottle to us, okay, by giving us the low totem pole of society. And then when our people have to try and find a way out through crime, that's when they laugh back at us and then trying to incarcerate our people. So that's putting the bottle to us.
Yeah, that's the philosophy, the why. It goes a lot deeper than that. This man has done so much research. It tells you that this man's wiser than Daniel. There was a thing what this professor done, like he said, what he done is he found out a certain animal or creature what runs a society similar to human beings. He found out that rats do the same thing. They got a society, a hierarchy, the male rat, got a woman rat and the children. So what he did is he built this thing in his barn and put about a few thousand rats. Yeah, like I said, he found that they got a similar reflection of human beings, right? What he did, he said, right, I feed them and made them prosper, right? Gave them society, right? He built a little, what do they call it, a commune for them, like that. They put us in flats. They congregated the blacks all in one area. Yeah, they call them ghettos. So he made a little ghetto for rats, and then he gave them everything they needed. They were flourishing. They noticed that the male rats would hang together, you know what I mean, the females with their children, you know what I mean? Then he said, right, let me start to take away water, take away food, and let's see what happens. And you know what happened? The male rats started to go up in gangs. They started to congregate in gangs and steal off all the others. What do they do in the ghettos? They have gangs. They found the females were neglecting their children. What's in the ghettos? The black woman neglects their children. But these are curses anyway, but the white man done this. I forgot his name. I had it on my phone. I gotta brought it out. I might do a sit down on it. But this is what they done. So this man knows exactly what he's doing. Ghettos means where the Jews dwell anyway. So like I'm saying, this man has been very, he's dealt very treacherously with us. You understand? So read on. We've got to read it off. It comes to the end now. So
Now, second is Habakkuk chapter 2 verse 16. Thou art filled with shame for glory. Drink thou also, and let thy foreskin be uncovered. The cup of Yahweh's right hand shall be turned unto thee.
Right, so it says let his foreskin. What does it mean about let his foreskin be uncovered? That means his lies is being seen now. Yeah? It's just like when they talk about when you lift up a woman's dress, you see all her ins and outs. Yeah? You see her workings. So this is what the Bible is saying. We've seen this man's workings. Yeah? Get me No, because it's been forward. Start from the top again.
Says here, thou art filled with shame for glory. Right. Drink thou also, let thy foreskin be uncovered. The cup of Yahweh's right hand shall be turned unto thee, and shameful spewing shall be on thy glory.
Right, get Lamentations 4:21. It says the cup, yeah, of his spewings will return unto him, yeah?
The book of Lamentations, chapter 4, verse 21. It says here.
No, get to Jeremiah 49 and 12 first, then get that. Hold that. Get Jeremiah 49 and 12. Yeah?
Book of Jeremiah, chapter 49, verse 12. Thus saith Yahweh, behold, they whose judgment was not to drink of the cup have assuredly drunken, and not thou he that shall altogether go unpunished.
Right.
That thou shalt not go unpunished, but thou shalt surely drink it.
Right, so that cup, read that, go back to Habakkuk and read that and then read that again.
This is Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 16. Right. Thou art filled with shame for glory.
Right.
Drink thou also, and let thy foreskin be uncovered. The cup of Yahweh's right hand shall be turned unto thee, and shameful spewing shall be upon thy glory.
Right, so we drank of that cup. And it says, they whose judgment was not supposed to drink. We weren't supposed to drink of that cup. You understand? But because we broke the laws, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh by Yahweh Shai, we drank that cup. You understand? So read that again and then get the other one.
It says here, Jeremiah chapter 49 verse 12.
Yeah.
For thus saith Yahweh, the whole day his judgment was not to drink of the cup, have assuredly drunk it. And art thou he that shall altogether go unpunished? That if the people of the heavenly Father's children drank of the cup of captivity, slavery, and sure bullshit and rigor, oppression, the people that the Most High is not even dealing with, Edomites and other nations, they don't understand that they're the ones that are fully going to go into this. And who was he to escape the judgment of the Heavenly Father if his own people are being done?
Right, he's not done it.
It's not going to work. They're not going to escape. It says here, shall not go unpunished, but thou shalt surely drink of it. For I have sworn by myself, saith Yahweh, that Bosra shall become a desolation.
Right, so he says he swore by himself. Didn't he not say in Isaiah 55 and 11 that my word doesn't go out void? He said, I swore by the Lord said, Yahweh by Shem Yahweh said, I have sworn. Read that again, man. My gosh.
Jeremiah chapter 49 verse 13.
Right, read.
For I have sworn by myself,
Right.
saith Yahweh, that Bosra shall become a desolation.
I'll start from the top of it.
Jeremiah chapter 49 verse 12.
Right.
Thus saith Yahweh, the whole day his judgment was not to drink of the cup,
Right.
and was surely drunken,
Right.
and not thou he that shall altogether go unpunished.
Right.
Thou shalt not go unpunished,
Right.
but thou shalt surely drink of it.
You shall surely drink of it, okay?
For I have sworn by myself,
Right.
saith Yahweh, that Bosra shall become a desolation. They were thrown, and wet, and they cut, and all the cities thereof shall be perpetual waste.
Right, so
I've heard a rumor from Yahweh, and an ambassador is sent unto the heathen.
you know about that. That's what you mentioned before, Abdul Kamona. That's just the ambassador sent among the heathens. And now I'm greatly despised. Go and read on.
Saying, gather you together and come against her and rise up to the battle.
Right, and that's future prophecy. We're seeing that now. He's gathering them down in the valley of Joel. Talks about that. I think that's the second or third chapter. The valley of Yehoshaphat. It's the valley of decision, where he's going to judge them. You understand?
But lo, I will make thee small among the heathen.
Right, so it says that in
despised
Obadiah.
among men.
Did you read that in Obadiah? That's the same thing in Obadiah. That's why it says precept must be upon precept. You understand? He made them small. They are small. Animalistic. Yeah? They leech off of other nations, like Alexander the Greek, the freak. How do you think he become a Greek? He took down the Minoans and the Etruscans, then called himself a Greek. They were the inhabitants of that land prior to that demon getting there. And that's history. You understand? Read up. Remember that time that white man stood out into the King James about in 1700? This is like King James II. I looked it up. King James I ruled in 1611. Right around 1600. So that white man was talking out of his arse again. You know what I mean? Well, read that.
Says here, Jeremiah chapter 49.